Hello guys, this is Hawk, and today I want to talk about Stellaris, which is a great game actually. If you haven't met and if you like space strategy games, you should check it out. So I've started playing these space strategy games since Master of Orion, and I haven't filled its place with a new game yet until I met Stellaris. So I want this to be a quick tip and short video, so I will just jump into the tips. So in every game, space game, you need research, you need technology to win the wars. You need to be advanced in the technologies. So your first tip, you need to focus on research in the early game. So first of all, I want to tell you that this is a very long game. Probably it will take a continuous 1 week play to beat the game, which I haven't done yet, so take that in mind. So how we do research? There is a technology tab here. I am in the mid game. As you can see, I researched a lot of things. So how can we make faster research? First of all, in our colony we can make research labs, science labs, and they can be upgraded into engineering facilities, bio labs and physics labs, which gives you research points. So if you focus them in the early game, you will have a technology lead. Also, there are edicts in the game which you can use to get special bonuses. Encourage free thought actually gives you research speed 10%, which gives you ethic divergence 15%, which we don't care at the start of the game. After you build your influences, you can start encourage free thought, so you get faster research speed. And also in the early game you don't need very much influence, only for leader recruitment, so you can also select these 3 of them. They both give, as you can see, 30% more, but you'll get if you want to specialize in one technology, you can use them. So another tip for technology is using survey ships. If you use your science ships to go to your main planet here, assist research, you see, if you have the scientists, it will give you a research boost, which is very important. If you can afford more scientists, you should do that, and also always assign science leaders to boost your research. Also, another tip about research is when you start fighting and surveying other systems, you will find crystal monsters, which after you kill them, space amoebas and crystal monsters, with science ship, research their derelicts and they will give you tech points about resource which you didn't find. To maximize this, just kill every crystal monster or space amphibia you encounter. They will give you more points. So after you find out that you killed all of them, you will find that this bar for the technology will be like this. So you will just research for 10 or 9 months to finish the research. So just be sure to kill all of them, survey all of them, so you'll have plenty of technology points. In the early game, you need minerals. This one. You have energy credits, minerals, and influence, as you know, but in the early game, minerals is the most important one. But energy credits is also very important, so don't just go for minerals. I will explain this later why this is very important, but in the early game you can start building your buildings with science labs, mines, and power. So I prefer distributing them equally, so I will use them later. Stacking energy is very important actually. So another tip for mineral is, before you go to war, just stack it to max, so in the war you can build up your army, your ships very quickly. After you fight, you lose ships and you need to replace them, so you need minerals. In the war it will be very hard to replace them, so just be sure that you have them. So why you need energy? At war, moving ships across the galaxy needs lots of energy, and if you go negative energy, you will have some penalties which I don't really remember. So energy is very important. So if you also park your fleet at your spaceport, which has upgrade with ship upkeep, as you can see, you will lower your ship costs. The docking is very important, but after they start moving, you will start losing credits, energy credits. And it will let you lose manufacturing speed or something, or resource speed or something like that, so you don't want it. So before fight, be sure you have lots of energy. Let's talk about how to build your colony. When you start building your colony, you'll be asked to set up an administrative building. So these buildings have adjacency effects, like you can see. So just don't build these buildings at the edge of the square. So if you put it in the middle, you can have all 4 adjacent bonuses. So first of all, when you start building your colony, maybe this is my new colony, start with farm, because plus food means you will grow, and minus food means this planet will not grow in population. So you need food first. Then you can go power or science and basic mine. As I said before, I prefer building them all at the same time, not just concentrating one of them, because I need all of them. But you can make power plant later. But science is very important. This is my, like with my sectors, maybe 10th colony, so I'm not very into science right now, but science is very important, as I said before. So one more thing about colony building is, where is that building? What is this? Power up. Yes, power up creates more energy credits, creates the improves the output of energy credits, and also this one, I think, mineral processing plant also boosts your mineral outcome of the planet. So you always need one of them in each planet. So if your output is 10, it will give you 11, 10% boost. These buildings are very important and don't pass these. And happiness is also very important for the colony. So if this is green, their mineral and food and power output will be much more. If they are unhappy, your production will be low. So happiness is important. So how can you boost happiness? As planet addicts, actually, if one planet is unhappy, go to addict list and just select this one, propaganda broadcast. It will boost the happiness. Also, I think I haven't researched it yet, but there's some buildings that boost happiness. Always make room for those so you can build one after you research them. After you make war, you will see and capture other planets. You will see factions, which we don't have right now. Factions are other civilizations that are currently in your empire. Factions will uplift or will be unhappy. Probably they want to go back to their original empire or something like that. They cause trouble. So ethics is very important to make them happy and live under your civilization. Also, if you see one faction is very strong and you can't stop them, just make sure you have defensive army in the planet that they live, so you can stand against an uplift. So the next tip is about allies and trading. This game is not very simple. You must use politics to be successful. Right now I am allied with these and nearly allied with these, and I am very friendly with these. So I have no enemy right now, but after I start fighting, these will help us. So you must make friends, and from the beginning you must make your strategy to with which civilizations you want to make an ally and friend, and which you want to make an enemy. Actually, this will be my enemy, I think, or this one. This is not a game that you can just start kicking every nation and finish it. In the last game I tried, I was not playing with any allies and I just start kicking my neighbors. I conquered them all, make them vassals, and after I started with a fight, with a combat with a big empire, it it was all going good. Actually, I was winning, but then somehow they joined Allied Federation and 5 nations just attacked me. I just can't stand against them and it was over. So you need allies. This game is not for solo players. Even though it's AI, you need to get allies. So trading is very hard actually, but just build embassies and your influence with them will grow, and then you start trading. Actually, I have good points with them. As you see, embassy give me 100 points. So trading is not very hard with them actually, but you need to have very good positive points. Also, you'll find primitive races. Always get primitive races to technological enlightenment. I do that one by one, so they will become my vessels. Like this one, this is my vessel. I don't control them, but I always integrate them to my empire if I want. But they will grow in their own, and they have own army, and when I fight they come. That's very good. Vassals are very important in this game. So you did all the preparations and now it's time for war. What can you do in the war? Let's get the quick tips for war. As I told you, energy management is very important at war. When you move your fleet, your energy goes negative. If you have very big fleets like this, this is like 300 or 400 and your fleet has like 30k combat points, so it will go down. So be prepared. Also, defense platforms are important. Enemy generally attack your main planets, so be sure to protect them. Don't just make defensive platforms at borders, okay? They will just jump from here with warp travel and just destroy your precious spaceport which you upgraded at full. So just make space platforms near them, as they have a range like this, but if they come from here and your spaceport is here, it can't do anything, and they just destroy the spaceport and invade your planet. So build your platforms close to your planets. Also, you can use at war that I found very useful is armor penetration ability of the weapons, like this one, plasma accelerator. They have armor regeneration. Let's see if I have any. Yes, plasma tower. This is 100% armor penetration. I think in the most of the weapons, this one very useful. I prefer to use this one. So torpedoes are very good choice. I think better than missiles. So always upgrade your ships. I don't find fighter bombers very useful. I tried it. They are maybe defensively good. Maybe you can use them in your space platforms, but I don't think you want to use them in your battleships. Also, when you start war, just prepare for yourself for a retreat route. Okay? So always retreat at least 2 systems, because when you retreat they can follow you, and when you retreat from this one, maybe if you are here to Ledium, your ship will come just here and stay there, and when the enemy fleet jumps, they just come across you. So just after you jump here, jump to another system. Don't wait. It will waste your time and they will catch you. Also, I don't prefer corvettes in the middle game and the late game, because corvettes are really destroyed very quickly. Prefer destroyers. Make lots of destroyers. In the early game, corvettes are good. Actually, I have only corvettes right now here, but after that, go for destroyers. And also, for building armies, there are some additions which I don't have, I think, right now. Yes, this one, destroyer assembly yards, corvette assembly yards. Just make one of them each for your spaceport, so you can just create a military force for that kind of ship from that spaceport. Just make this spaceport for destroyers and the other one for corvettes. It will give you discounts. Just don't make every ship from one spaceport. So, and last tip I think I can give you is enhancing your empire. As you see, my empire has the main area like this, and I have one colony here. Actually, you don't know, but this was separate from my empire. So when I started here, I know my neighbors are here, and this one actually was very away, but now here you need to spread. So with technology and border enhancement, you can increase your border, but just don't wait for your border to increase here or here. Just go make a colony here, and these two parts will collide at the end, and this make something like that, and this will prevent this empire to increase their border. And also you can use posts which are made, this frontier outposts which are made by construction ships. They will help you increase your border too. If you have a choice to colony a planet, just prefer the one in the distance, so in the far away, so you can increase your border very quickly. And always search colony ship first. You need colonies to make your empire stronger. So I think that's all the tips I can give you today. As I play more, I can give you more tips for late game. Actually, I'm not at the late game right now. So that's all for now. Thank you very much.